first top question for today, one to kind of jump into here, Jack, is I think it's one that will relate to almost every owner out there, and that is, how do I stay focused?
Isn't that easy?
There's
no interruptions. There's no interruptions in your next 10 minutes, is there?
I remember what the movie was. One of our clients years ago talked about it, and he's pretending like he's being focused, and he goes, "Oh, look, a squirrel!" Right? Yeah, it was one of those animated movies, and the guy's talking and doing his thing. Or other owners have talked about kind of the shiny object syndrome. There's always this new shiny object that's kind of vying for their attention. But it's a real challenge.
Sure it is.
It's real tough, and staying focused is hard to do when you've got a couple things, the big picture items. You've got a lot of people vying for your attention. So what does that mean? Internally, you might have some employees vying for your attention. You might have, externally, you have customers or vendors vying for your attention. If you've got, a family, they're probably vying for your attention, or friends vying for your attention. You got a lot of people vying for your attention.
I think with a lot of people, Adam, it just gets boring staying focused. So most people aren't oriented to looking at the pain and suffering to get to the end result. So they need this constant stimulation and can be pulled off what they're doing. They aren't thinking in terms of efficiency and getting the most important things done. Those are what we included. Everyone pontificates about what you should do, but staying focused is a discipline that is very difficult to repeat time after time for the variety of interruptions, if you will, and demands for your time that come at you. So how do you handle that?
I think you have other things too, which I think maybe touch on that a little bit, Jack, which is you have a lot of ideas that come to you. So those are more internal, where maybe you're reading an article, or you're watching a program, you saw a tweet, it's something where all of a sudden, hey, it triggers a thought in your mind. And so your point, again, that's why, again, whether it be the squirrel or the shiny object, it's something new, exciting, with tremendous possibilities, and it's fresh.
That's right.
To your point, that could be very exciting. It's not as boring. We'll often talk to people about this when we first meet an owner. That it can be very, very boring running a company that's running well. And they laugh and scoff. So, I'd love to get to that point where I'm bored with it. Okay, well,
you're a long ways off from getting bored. We have to tell them. So.
Right.
It might take years,
but many of them will get there, and they say it does get. I say boring because again, there's a certain excitement to a bunch of new things coming in, and hey, I'm not sure what I'm going to see today when I go when I go into work, and that can create its own excitement as well as stressors that are part of it.
True.
And again, can pull you off task.
No, we don't have too many clients that stay focused well. There are a few, but most get diverted pretty quickly and easily, and it shows itself in midnight email messages. We have several clients who like to do that, and they're thinking about stuff rather than let's get the big prize done. Let's get the loose ends. When you start to get into the loose ends and the more minor pieces of a project, that's when it really starts to get boring.
Why is that, Jack? Why is this hard to finish? People will get 80% of the way there, or they get things laid out and they kind of push, and then all of a sudden lose steam.
Well, that's the whole thrust of focus. Stay focused. Run through that. What do they call the finish line tape here on a race?
Yeah.
The finish line tape on the race. Yeah. Run through it.
That's what they call it. We have another client who's a personal trainer, and they said they don't give out gold medals for the 90-meter dash. It's 100 meters, right?
That's okay. Much better way of saying it.
You got to go all the way through, and most people will give up or stop, just short of seeing that. And so, one of the criteria that Jack and I look for in terms of folks that we'll take on as clients is that they've had some success in their life.
Very important, huge importance.
And a big reason for that is they know what it looks like to have success. So if you've never had success, whether it be going back to your debate team in grade school, whether it be a sporting team you're involved in high school, or Whether whatever kind of competition you've been involved in, or level of success that you've achieved.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be grandiose and headline grabbing, and it the pats on the back, the adulation that comes from that, from if nothing else, family and friends who are around you and are aware of it. It kind of boosts yourself. It boosts your ego isn't quite the right word, but it gives you a boost to make you crave for more of that somewhere down the line. That to me is a big part of focusing. Focusing without that, boy, that's a tough. It's tough not to be fed that.
Well, so I think what you're talking about, Jack, a couple things, depending on your style. One of the things that we use with all of our clients is a tool called DISC, which is a behavior assessment. DISC.
DISC. Is that something that people
not your
put
back,
out
your
by
massage
shoveling
therapist.
snow?
No, unless they fall and slip on the ice. That's different, Jack. That's not shoveling
okay.
stuff. That's
Clean
scraping ice off your car. You gotta be careful. You got skating rinks out there. That can happen.
That's right.
This is a different kind of DISC. It's a behavior assessment, and there are a couple of ways to look at this. But one of the ways that you divide people in terms of their behavior is they are more task-oriented, or they're more people-oriented. So part of what you're talking about there, Jack, in terms of the folks who like to be recognized or get adulations, for what they've accomplished, that's more those people folks. Again, they get a lot of energy from, hey, people are acknowledging what I've done. That's that feels good. Well, the task folks, they get energized by just accomplishing that goal. The adulations are all well and good, but that's not the big driver for them. The driver is, hey, I've set out a goal to get that 100-meter dash and be the first one to take.
You're right.
And they've accomplished that. So either way, no matter how you're built, whether you prefer to get the adulations and recognition for it, or if you just like, again, the achieving of that goal that you set out to do, either one's okay. But it's having that motivation and knowing what it looks like. Knowing what it looks like to be able to make different sacrifices or be able to keep pushing through. Where you don't feel like getting up and doing whatever you got to do. It's getting up and doing those extra laps, in order to make sure you're gonna get there. You'll push through that because you know that if you don't do that, you're not going to finish.
Be done. No, that's very good point. Very good analogy.
So it's seeing what that's like, and knowing what that's like. And if you've done it and you've had some success with it, that helps to push you through the not wanting to do it. And a big part of what we help folks do is help to kind of get them through that too. At times, again, depending on the situation, it can be hard to be self-motivated all the time. That's a big reason why I've got what we do from our coaching standpoint, helping to coach owners of small companies, help keep them going if times get a little bit tough like that.
So, getting yourself disciplined. What's the basic summary up to this point of coaching, or not of coaching?
Well, first of all, we're trying to figure out is why people are not focused, and then to me, we can get into this in our next segment, Jack, which is what do you focus on?
Are the apparent stakes not high enough? In most cases, they got to be bigger deals, and people will bigger deals to whatever the task at hand is. If they're smaller and minor, and the basic work has been done, 90% of it, that last wrap-up piece is pretty tough to push you over the.
I don't know. I think it's a little simpler than that. I think it comes down to plans. I think so. You got to have the plans in place to make that start to happen. If you don't have the plans in place, it's not gonna work real well. So. All right, stick around. When we come back, we're going to delve a little further into this in terms of how you stay focused. I'm Adam Sonhalter.
And who am I? I'm Jack Mancini. And basically, we're business coaches with Maximum Value Partners. And we help people get unstuck from the state of how.
Yes, we do. Stay tuned for more dirty secrets of small business on Integrity Radio, WINT 1330 AM. 101.5 FM and online at WINT Radio.